It increases risk of depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Addiction. Alcohol is an addictive substance. Youth who begin drinking before age 15, the minors and underage in our study, are 41% more likely to become dependent on alcohol. And this study also shows that they graduate to start taking cocaine and other narcotics. Behavioral consequences. Violence is a major factor. Alcohol drinking in youth, major factor in youth suicides, homicides, and motor vehicle crashes or accidents. Risky behavior is strongly linked to unprotected sexual activity, unwanted pregnancies, and sexually transmitted diseases. Academic problems. Drinking often leads to lower grades, missed classes, and impaired cognitive function. In our country, it is responsible for banditry.
Hello, everyone. I think every day in Nigeria we'll miss Professor Akunyili. And Professor Dora Akunyili, we really miss her. Anytime you see NAFDAC, I don't understand this new DJ in NAFDAC. I try as much as possible, to stay away from just, it's not as if you're attacking people and everything, but some of the things that she does and this it just doesn't rhyme. It doesn't go well. I remember when Dora Akunyili was, DG of NAFDAC. She was the one that made people to actually know NAFDAC. I, as a microbiologist, of course, I knew of NAFDAC because when I was doing my research, it wasn't when I was doing my research for my undergrad, degree for my project, and what I worked on was on this pure water, sachet water, and trying to check them, the microbiological qualities. Anyway, long story short, that was in 1998, 1991. 1998, 1999, when I did when I finished my first degree. And so, but that Professor Dora Akunyili now made NAFDAC to be a household name where everybody now knew what NAFDAC was, that you needed a NAFDAC number. You could see the things that she was doing in fighting fake drugs, doing a lot of things. This particular one that we have now, this DG, I don't even understand. Her latest is that in our country, alcohol is responsible for banditry. I get it, you want to say that, okay, people who drink, but equating the fact that he's making such a categorical statement, or is it me that is missing something? I don't get it. At the end of this, you'll get to watch the video where she said this thing. But let's look at parallel facts. He said the Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, has sparked widespread debate after declaring that alcohol is responsible for banditry in Nigeria as well as a range of serious social problems. In a video clip that has now gone viral on social media, Professor Adeyeye linked excessive alcohol consumption, particularly through cheap, easily accessible sachet drinks, directly to violent crimes. In our country, alcohol is responsible for banditry, she said. Excessive consumption also contributes to road accidents, youth suicide, and other issues. We're not saying that alcohol does not cause a lot of things. Yes, there's an issue of drunk driving and a whole lot of things. But for you to reduce banditry, which the terrorism that people are going through, that really is plaguing the country, to just merely, alcohol being the issue, it's just a little bit, someone. You cannot be in your right mind and point a gun at somebody. It starts from alcohol and then goes on to hardcore. That's there are people who are very much in their right mind. They've never tasted alcohol or whatever, and they will kill. It's their mindset. That's the way they are, and that's the way they're wired. For her, as far as I'm concerned, what even brought the issue of this terrorism, banditry, whatever, into the conversation she's doing? She should just focus on the thing that she's doing and just be doing her own thing, ensuring that there are no fake drugs in the market, fake products, protecting consumers, checking any new thing that anyone is going to bring in, that they align with, the set down guidelines and things that are supposed to be. There's a whole lot that she can do. Leave the terrorism banditry to the people who are supposed to take care of that, and don't try to make excuses. Banditry is happening because the government has allowed ungoverned space. The duty, it's not that human beings are good people and they want to be good people. Naturally, human beings rebel. Most don't want to be good people. They want to do anyhow. They want to be able to oppress, snatch, grab, take something from someone, own it, do it this way. But the authority, the government, keeps people in check. And the banditry, if the government comes hard on them, you see every country that has banditry. No, because those countries that they don't have, what they do is that when it's starting up, they put a stop to it. They don't make excuses for it. You're saying Tinubu's NSA coming to tell us that terrorists are their brothers. You understand? You're saying, soldiers coming to say that they are Nigerians, you can. In short, the people that are supposed to be going after killing these terrorists, taking them out, they are there making excuses for them, telling us how we should not be too hard on them, we should look at them as, are you kidding me? That's where the main problem is. It's not about telling us about alcohol consumption and all of that. The comments came during a press briefing when NAFDAC, alongside the National Orientation Agency, announced a fresh nationwide push to enforce the long-standing ban on sachet alcohol and small volume bottles under 200 ml. And I totally support this, sachet alcohol and this small bottle, because on a very serious note, they are sold everywhere. They are everywhere. Alcohol is regulated. In most places, you don't sell alcohol to anyone who is under 18. And in the way, I'd forgotten the way the legal term for it, that if you sell in other countries, right, if you sell alcohol to someone under 18, whether they looked at you, you thought they were 18, you asked them, if they showed you a fake ID, but they were 18, this thing is on you. It is on you. It is that time that it doesn't matter what the other is. The fact that you did it, it becomes on you. And that's just the way it is. But here in Nigeria, you see them, they'll put them in the same place where they put soft drinks. A child will even come and carry alcohol and be drinking it without even knowing that it's alcohol. It is later that the child will know it's alcohol. So it's unregulated. It's everywhere. It's accessible to everyone. And I totally agree with that whole stopping. They were supposed to have stopped it a long time ago. They said they were going to stop it, but it never happened. And you have a lot. There are a lot of people who are drinking substances they shouldn't be drinking, taking substances they shouldn't be drinking, young people, young adults, all of that. Talk about that. But don't go towards making it that, it is what is causing banditry. Please, because the issue of banditry is too serious for it to be trivialized into just, it's people taking alcohol, they can't be in their right senses. They are in their right senses, they want to kill. So go after them and protect citizens of Nigeria from them. That is all citizens are asking for. The campaign targets underage drinking, which the agency says has become a major public health and security headache. Officials argue that these cheap concealable packs make it far easier for young people and even children to get hold of strong alcohol, fueling everything from risky behavior to outright violence. Professor's blunt statement about banditry has divided opinions online. Some people agree that alcohol plays a big role in aggression and crime, pointing on how it lowers inhibitions and clouds judgment. Others have dismissed the link as far-fetched, arguing the deeper issues like poverty, unemployment, and weak security are the real drivers behind terrorism in parts of the country. Some social media reactions range from outright laughter and memes to serious calls for more evidence. The renewed crackdown on sachet alcohol is part of a broader effort to protect young Nigerians from harms of easy access to booze. NAFDAC has stressed that the policy isn't about punishing business, it's about safeguarding public health, especially for the next generation. Enforcement teams have already begun raids in various states, with more operations promised in the coming weeks. Whether Professor Adeyeye's word will shift the national conversation on alcohol, crime, and regulation remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the statement has got people talking, and this is it. Yeah, it does have got people talking. Let us see what this whole thing. But by the way, just watch the video and listen to what she said.